Hey folks, Brendan here from Bluelight with another video stroke podcast to help support you in the police recruitment process. So if you're new to the Bluelight videos and podcasts, I've been doing this now for over a decade, helping to support people just like you to succeed in the recruitment process. Over 12,000 of you have now been helped and supported and guided through the process. Remember, I can show you the way, but you've got to do the hard work. There's no magic bullet. I've also been helping people to succeed in promotion boards, specialist interviews for 26 years. And very soon it will be the 37th anniversary of me joining the police. So plenty of experience behind me there to help you to succeed, join the police and have an awesome career. So today I'd like to talk to you about a new development in the in-force interview, in the final interview. And I'm seeing quite a few forces changing the way they're doing things. And by the way, if you want to make sure that you're in touch with all the updates on all what forces are doing, different type of interview questions, check the links below. Join my online courses, especially the webinars options, where you get to watch previous recordings of practice webinars, and you can take part in as many of the live ones as you want. So the time to start preparing is now. So what I've noticed is forces are starting to veer away from the very formulaic, please can you tell me about a time when type question. Please can you tell me about a time when you've had to make a difficult decision? Can you tell me about a time when you've had to overcome an obstacle? Can you tell me about a time when you worked with others to solve a problem? And so on and so forth. And they've become really formulaic, and the answers are starting to become even more cliche ridden and even more full of buzzwords. I know this because I've got an enforced advancement group. This is a group of serving police officers who I help to support for promotion boards, and a lot of them are actually recruit assessors. And what they tell me is that often the final interviews are dire, so dire, because it's just full of buzzwords, full of cliches, and they're not really getting the authentic, real person. And so a lot of forces now are starting to do things called professional discussions. More about that in another interview. But the one I want to really hone in on is Humberside Police, because Humberside Police have decided to completely ditch the interview, and they're going now for a professional discussion, which involves a presentation, a 10-minute presentation, followed by 10 minutes of questions and answers. Now, one of my clients has already aced their interview following my guidance. I'm going to tell you a little bit though first about what this discussion, what this presentation involves. And the idea behind it, I believe, from talking to my ethical spies, is to get more of the authentic and real you, to get rid of some of the formality and make the process less informal. However, I think they've probably made the process even more formal, but inadvertently, and here's why. So the title of the presentation is, what would being a Humberside police officer mean to you? Now, if you're not going for Humberside and you're going to any other force, then be ready for this question anyway, because it could be just, what would being a Sussex police officer mean to you? What would it mean to you to be a police officer? So it doesn't have to actually identify the force. Now, what Humberside have done is they've given you guidance as to what that answer should include. So what we've got behind me there are some of the main points. Consider the way of life. What impact is this going to have on you, on others within your family and your friends? The sort of customer service skills that are needed, and the sort of customer service skills that you have, and how can you demonstrate those? The values and behaviours that are important, and how these link in with the real authentic you. A little bit about conflict and how you would deal with conflict, and the sort of conflict that you feel you may come across, and how is that going to impact on you? And also, how will you in the future work as part of a team? What will it mean to you working as part of a team? Now, I get where they're coming from, but all Humberside have done here is created a formal presentation that you're going to give. They've even gone as far as saying that you can use handouts, and you can even use a PowerPoint presentation if you choose to do so. Now, as soon as you do a PowerPoint presentation, it's become a formal presentation, has it not? I mean, how many of you have ever walked out of a PowerPoint presentation saying, that was awesome? Do you know, I felt that from the heart. That was absolutely incredible. It meant so much. I really got the authentic presenter. It doesn't happen, does it? I tend not to use PowerPoint presentations. Tomorrow I'm going to a force to help serving inspectors who are in the chief inspector process, to help them. And they were a little bit surprised, I think, when he asked me, what resources do you need? And I just said, flip chart paper and some pens, please. That's all I need. Might not even need them. Because it's really hard to get yourself over the authentic you when it's a PowerPoint presentation. So actually, I admire what Humberside Police are doing here. They want to get rid of the cliches, get to find out the real you. But what they've done by creating this presentation and creating all the subheadings within it, and remember you've only got 10 minutes to knock this out, is they've created another formal presentation, another formal process where people are actually just going to play the game. Now, the feedback to my client was awesome, that it was really authentic, it was refreshing, and some other really, really complimentary words like that. I don't want to say too many because I don't want to identify the client, but I'm so pleased for them because they ensured that they balanced this presentation and everything that was required within it with being their real, authentic and emotional self, just using the structure and detail that was required by Humberside Police. Now, if you want to find out a little bit more about how to do that, and it's just one thing that's going to make this massive difference, and it made a huge difference to my client, then jump over to the interview course Facebook group, where the second video in this two-part series will tell you exactly what you need to do to tell the story, the 10-minute story inside this presentation, which is just going to nail it. It's going to nail it, honestly. It nailed it for my client, and it's going to nail it for you as well. It's just one thing, one simple thing. It's also going to go on the interview course, so if you are a member of the interview course, please do jump onto the interview course where you'll see this video and the second one as well. And if you're not a member of that course, come and join us. Come and join us. Check the links below. Come and join the interview course. We practice every week. Every week we practice through live webinars. And this is where the learning is. And you also get access to previous recordings of over a year's worth of webinars, so plenty for you to get stuck into. So come and join us. I'll catch up with you soon. I hope to see you on one of those webinars. Can't wait to help support you with tough changes in the recruitment process like this one. Let's see how long it lasts, or let's see if they make it a little less formal. All right, I look forward to catching up with you soon. Bye bye for now.